at Chatham's, which was a blanket maker here in town, over in Elkin. He bought a brand new Volkswagen. And he told them boys in there at work, he said, he had it about a week, and he told them, he said, boys, I'll tell you what, this is a way to go. Said, this thing's about like making gas. Well, so they liked to prank, and they went out there, them boys got together, and they'd go out there during their dinner time or break, and they'd always fill it up with gas. That little 5-gallon thing, you know. The old boy had this thing for a month, and every day he'd come back in to work, he said, that thing, I'll go with that thing a month, and it ain't come off the fool yet. Well, on that second month, he was in there, he said, boys, I'm telling you, there's something, this thing is making gas. He said, I love this thing. He said, I ain't put a drop of gas in it since I bought it. Well, then they started siphoning it out. And they had that boy just all jacked up over there.
Lord have mercy, bless his heart. You ever know people, I'm sure y'all have.
Where I worked, they did the same thing to him. He got where he parked it over around the loading dock, giving his dick in the way. So we just slid it in there sideways. He couldn't go forward and he couldn't go backwards.
Or WRE.
K4NV.
And Q3.
You know, Marty, and Ken, there's a lot of people that are gullible. Used to be a guy, first job I had, when I first went to work there was a guy there, his name was Robert Dedge, good old boy. Just a good old country boy, and, you know, lived with his parents, and, you know, he was just a good guy. I mean, just a good old boy. But you could tell him he didn't look good. I remember we were sitting in the break room, one of the guys looked at him and said, Robert, you don't look good. Do you feel all right? He said, what do you mean I don't look good? He said, well, you look like you're pale. And he sat there a minute, he looked over at him, he said, you know, I ain't felt good all day. And y'all, before you knew it, he got off sick, went home. You could convince him of anything. Another time, we were getting a little bit of snow around here, and it was just a dusting, but one of the guys, we went into the break room again, and one of the guys said, hey, I just got a phone with my wife, and she said it was snowing like hell over in Stockbridge, where I live at. That's where he lived at, was over in this area. Said there were 3 or 4 inches on the road. Well, hell, it wasn't just a minute. Boy, Robert was up and turned around looking outside, and he was spitting snow a little bit over where we were, and he milled around. He said, man, I wonder, you know, I don't want to get stuck here, blah, blah, blah. And hell, nobody, he went and told him, so I got to go home, man. This weather's bad over where I live at. I don't want to get stuck. He was so gullible.
Bless his heart.
But they would mess with him all the time, you know. Talk to him, you know, just, I mean, I can remember 2 or 3 different occasions where they told him, said, you feel all right, man? You don't look good. Oh, Lord.
I'm going to tell you one, and this is true. Old Becky she retired from Anheuser-Busch. This old boy worked there, and he was looking at his lottery ticket. And what he didn't know is the guy behind him writing the numbers down. He called his buddy over there and had intercom. And he's calling him out on the intercom. And that old guy, oh man, he done won the lottery, he thought. And he went to cussing, he was headed toward the time clock, and somebody run him down.
Oh my God. Well, this is a true story. I'm ashamed to tell you this, but same thing happened to me. I thought I was looking at a ticket. I had went to the store and got some games on a Sunday. I went to the store and got gassed up the car. I think I was gassed up Susan's car, so she'll be ready to go for work next week. And I had a couple lotto tickets. And I went in there and picked up a ticket. They used to have these tickets there that showed the numbers, you know. So anyway, I don't know what I was thinking about, but I got home and got to looking at them, and I thought, oh my God, we've won. And I come in and, I told Susan, I said, come here, man, I need to talk to you. And she said, what is it? I looked at her, I said, Susan, I think we've hit the big one. And she said, what? I said, I'm telling you, I think we've won the lotto, the big one. And I showed it to her. She looked at it a minute. She looked at me, and she looked back at it a minute. You know, she was getting excited. And then she looked, she said, Dennis, that ain't what this is. These numbers, there was something, I don't remember exactly what it was, but whatever I was looking at was not what I should have been looking at. And I looked at it, I thought, oh my God, I had a stroke. I was thinking, oh my God, no more work, no more this, no more that. You know, the jackpot was, millions of dollars, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I used to buy a couple lotto tickets a week. I had been doing it for a long, long time. And last year, I just decided, you know what, I ain't doing this. This is crazy. You ain't going to win anything. If the Lord wanted you to have something, you'd have it. But I just don't buy them anymore. I thought, you know what, I'll just give this money to the Lord. It's just crazy.
I worked with an old man over here. He's probably about 70, 65, 70, still working, and asked him over one day, I said, Guy, I said, well, if you was to win the lottery, he said, what would you do with all that money? He said, well, hell, I'd pay it on my bills as far as it'd go. Heard that where the old boy come home, his wife was there at the kitchen. He said, baby, said, if I was to win the lottery, what would you do? She said, well, I'd want half, and I'd leave you. He said, well, I hit it today, baby. Here's your $10. See you later.
Once the door hits you, the rear of the way out.
If you don't buy a ticket, you can't win. On the other hand, it's known to be a tax for folks that can't figure odds.
I mean, look, somebody's going to win. I get that, but I guess I'm just looking at it differently. I just believe that the good Lord, if he decides, Marty, you're going to have this, and Ken, you're going to have that, then you will. If he decides it ain't going to happen for you guys, you just throwing your money away, then you know what? You just throwing your money away.
That could very well be true.
I just don't do it no more. People that want to do it, I think it's fine. That's more power to them. But I did it for a long, long time. But I've seen people. I've been in there and seen people take their whole, buy $100 worth of lotto tickets. That's crazy.
Yeah, give me $100 worth of lottery tickets and $20 on pump two.
Yeah. I've seen them do it. And give me a couple packs of Marlboros. Lord have mercy, there's people do it, or used to be this little, over in Bristol when I was a kid, there was this old store, Joe's Grocery, right there off of 421, coming off the mountain. Been there for years. He had some pinball machines in there. You remember those pinball machines they used to have that you played and they pay